had the chance to drive the 2025 Kia Sorento. Now, I had the X-Pro SX Prestige 2.5 turbo all-wheel drive. Now, that's because this vehicle comes in 5 base trim levels: LX, SEX, SX, and then the SX Prestige at the top of the line. However, there are 2 add-ons you can have, packages I suppose you would call them, the X-Line and the X-Pro. They bring in some enhancements, makes things a little more sporty, trim level, wheels, a couple of things they've got. Now, this vehicle, the Sorento, this is the 4th generation of this vehicle introduced in 2021. They continue to tweak it. This is a 3-row small SUV. To let you know where it fits in the Kia lineup, it is smaller than the 3-row Telluride, but it's larger than the 2-row Sportage. Now, up front, you're going to find typical modern cars, LED projector headlamps. I got tail lights that are LED, fog lights LED, got roof rails on it, got power folding, heated side mirrors with LED turn signals. So you got LED lighting all the way around. Now, you're also going to find that you've got the panoramic sunroof with the power sunshade, which comes in real handy. We had this power smart lift gate to make things easier to get packages in it. And one thing that was interesting is the SX Pro is rolling on some 17-inch black matte alloy wheels. 20-inch wheels are standard, but we were on the 17s, which we'll get back to that in a few minutes. Now, you get into the inside of it, we had an olive brown leather seating package. Really nice stuff. The front seats are heated and ventilated. The rear seats are captain's chairs, and they are also heated and ventilated. Now, up front, we're going to find we got the dual 12.3-inch panoramic displays. 2 different displays, but they're parked together so that it looks almost like one complete. Got one that's got all your nav or your convenience controls, your infotainment system, if you will. The other one's going to serve as a driver's information center. We used to call it a gauge package, but it's got all the information the driver's going to be looking for. We also had a digital rear view mirror, and I'm coming to like these a whole lot more and more as I see more of them. It's a better, wider angle shot of what you got behind you. The one thing, another interesting note on this vehicle, we had the door window shades on the rear doors. The old kind that you can lift up and down and pull up, almost like a sunscreen. It was kind of neat to see them, and they worked really well. And I'm surprised that more people don't have them because of how well they work instead of putting sun tint on the glass, because then that sun tint's there at night. We also had the Bose Premium Audio Package. Now, this is 12 speakers and a subwoofer that really will fill up this vehicle. Under the hood of the Kia Sorento, we're going to find that we've got a 2.5-liter turbo. Again, so we're not dealing with the hybrid model here. It has 281 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque, and it does run on regular fuel. Now, this is backed by an 8-speed automatic, so it's capable of towing in this configuration 4,500 pounds. That'll get most of your jobs done unless you're really serious into something else. Now, the EPA says in the city you should be looking for 20 miles to the gallon, Highway 27 combined for 23. I drove 445.5 miles, and I got 22.5, and considering what I usually get, I'm quite happy with that. Now, I will say that around town, it is a very easy city driver is what I would call it. The size is easy enough to get in and out of traffic, parking lots, parking spaces. It's got very responsive steering, so that helps a lot too. Now, you get out on the highway, you know you're on the highway, you feel it, but it doesn't wander all over the place. So it's a solid ride is what I would call it. And here's where we get back to the 17-inch wheels. The 17-inch wheels have a taller sidewall on the tires. I am not a fan of the run flat tires because they have no sidewall. Every one of them I ever been in were road rough, and I understand why, but it's not something that I care for. And I think this high-level trim of the Sorento is the reason they've got the 17-inch on there to make it ride much better. Now, if you're looking for something to price-wise, the base model is going to be $33,405. Now, that's for the LX model. Now, the base trim price on the Prestige is up at $47,390, and MSRP as tested is $49,400. Now, if you're looking for something to compare that to, because it is a very crowded segment, there's a lot of things to choose from in there. The Honda CR-V starts at $30,100. The Toyota RAV4 comes in at $29,250 for starters, and the Subaru Ascent is up at $38,910. So again, there's a lot of things to look at in that segment. And if I was to start looking at it, I would definitely look at this as be one of the first I would look at because there are so many choices, but also My wife's got a 2015. We've had it for 10 years. It's serviced us really well. It's got 100,000 miles on it now. No problems so far. And so she's happy with it. I'm happy without having the car note. But if I was to buy one, I would absolutely go look at this as part of looking in that segment because that's the size of vehicle that she likes. So again, this is my review of the 2025 Kia Sorento X-Pro SX Prestige 2.5 turbo all-wheel drive vehicle.
All right, time now for our car review this hour, and we're going to talk about the 2025 Kia Carnival. Now, the vehicle itself isn't a new design. What's new about this one is this is the hybrid version, okay? So let's go down the list here and tell you all about it. Final assembly location is Gwangmyeong, Korea. That's where it's built. It is a Kia, and that's their home base. Available trim levels include the LXS to start off with, then moves up to EX, SX, and then top of the line SX Prestige. We had the hybrid SX Prestige, top of the line. It's a minivan all the way, no doubt about it. And I have to tell you, I really do like minivans. As far as people movers, this is top of the line. You don't have to worry about going over rocks and that sort of stuff like most SUVs are set up. But minivans do have an image. I think that Kia has tried to set aside the image part and make it look more along the lines of an SUV, which clearly is the most popular form of transportation today. Seats, including the driver, up to 8, depending on the configuration, so that's good. This hybrid, as I mentioned, all new for 2025. Exterior features include a minivan that resembles an SUV. How did they do it? Well, they laid the windshield back like an SUV, much more aerodynamic, and they did kind of a mind-blowing thing in design with the doors. Now, it does have the sliding side doors in the back, but the way that they're designed with the A, B, and C pillar, with the windshield being laid back, it kind of looks like an SUV. You'll have to look at it to see, but I think you'll agree that it tries to break the minivan look. Attractive front grille and extensive lighting across of it. Looks really good. Huge rear hatch with big lighting across it all adds to a sharp look. Some wheel designs are really not that attractive in my mind. You may think that they are, but each one is related to the certain trim level that you decide that you want to buy, what you can afford. What I liked, the clever way that Kia designed its look to look like an SUV. What could use improvement? A $495 extra charge for a silver paint job. Why? Stick with just a regular paint job. It goes into the same paint booth, and there's no reason to have to pay extra money. All vehicles are painted, you know. Interior highlights? It's got the minimalist look, dash design, with a 2-foot wide, let's make it 2 foot 6 inch wide, one screen that contains not only the instrument cluster in front of the driver, clearly, but it also contains the infotainment system over the center console. It works well, except with the minimalist control surfaces, that the volume control and the station tuning control double as the HVAC system. In other words, you turn up and down the temperature that you want in the vehicle, or you can adjust the fan, but the same knobs, not a big fan of that. Soft touch materials inside are top notch, cool and comfortable. Second row seating reclines, and the center seat actually will come out. For those that have small children, each one of the seats in the center section are adjustable back and forth, including the center one, which is really cool because if you have a small child, then you can pull the small child up toward you in the center seat so you have access to them. Flat phone charger doubles as a storage area. It's well designed, works well. Cargo and trunk room, well, it's cargo room really, behind the third row. It has a huge well back there that does two things. Swallows up lots of luggage and whatever you need to have back there, but it also swallows up the third row seat if you want to fold that down and use the entire back area. What I liked the minimalist controls, except for, as I mentioned to you, the knobs that control the HVAC and the radio. What could use improvement? Again, HVAC control knobs, double radio volume. I get the minimalist look, but that just a little bit over the top. Anyway, as far as power is concerned, it is a 1.6-liter turbocharged hybrid configuration. So it does have a battery. So you don't have to plug it in. It does it all by itself, which is really cool. 242 horsepower, which is a lot out of this battery and engine combination. 271 pound-feet of torque. It does well. I didn't drive it with a loaded-up vehicle, but it works for this vehicle. 6-speed automatic transmission. And here's what really hits home. Miles per gallon. It's rated at 34 in the city, 31 on the highway for a combined of 33. The gas version, by the way, is 21 miles per gallon combined. I got 32.2 miles per gallon over 368 miles. I loved it. What I liked, obviously, is the mileage. What could use improvement? Acceleration from a dead stop sometimes is delayed. It's trying to think about, okay, what gear do I need to go into? Is he pressing the accelerator hard enough to bring in the engine? It could be annoying and it could be scary. It's not in all situations. You have to drive it and decide for yourself. Ride and handling, pretty good. It is a minivan. It's a big vehicle. The steering is light to the touch, so easy to maneuver through the parking lots of your favorite stores, which I'm sure you'll spend a lot of time in. Here's the pricing on it. The base trim price starts at $52,600. The price is tested $54,490. The base model price $40,800. How does it compare with the other vehicles? The Toyota Sienna is a hybrid-only vehicle, and it starts at $39,000, within $1,000 of the Kia. Chrysler Pacifica, plug-in hybrid. It's a plug-in hybrid. It starts at $51,055. It's the most expensive of our comparison. And the Honda Odyssey starts at $41,920, within a couple of $1,000s of the Kia. By the way, the Kia has an overall warranty of 10 years and 100,000 miles, and that pretty much kills it when it comes to comparison with the other vehicles. I really did like this vehicle a lot. I love the gas mileage, and if you're going to be in the minivan market anytime soon, please check all of the minivans from all of the manufacturers. Drive them, look at all of the features, sit in all 3 rows of seating, see how easy it is to fold down that third row and get it out of the way. What is the adjustability of the center row, the second row? And are you comfortable driving it? Check those out and then price compare. It's very important. You want to drive away loving your new vehicle. And that is my review of the 2025 Kia Carnival Hybrid SX.